A very wonderful evening, Team Zimbabwe, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. My name is Ronald Wekwa-Makusha. So let us take a look on what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. There is a trending story where Chris Mutsvangwa is reportedly or is allegedly responded or is fired back at President Mnangagwa for the arrest of his son. And Monica Mutsvangwa was overheard. I think we played that audio yesterday where Monica Mutsvangwa was saying this is completely political, and it has been confirmed that it was Monica Mutsvangwa who was actually responding. And this is the reason why we need to take a look onto this story. And also, before I forget, Monica Mutsvangwa was removed from the communications department or from the communications ministry, the Ministry of Information, for the same reasons where they believed that Chris Mutsvangwa was going to use the influence of the wife to pursue their own agenda when communicating, and that is the reason why she was removed there. But Chris Mutsvangwa also remains the spokesperson of ZANU-PF, which makes it difficult for him to make key decisions in terms of communication, because he is always at the center of defending the party. And usually the statements he reads do not originate from him. His role will be to communicate the party position. So we need to take a look onto this very interesting letter right here, but there's a disclaimer, and I'm going to put it right here onto the screen towards the end of this live program. So if you take a look onto this shared letter, which is right on the screen, it reads, "Fellow comrades, I write to you on this party letterhead as it involves us ZANU-PF members. It is with a heavy heart to tell you that as a party, we have crossed the Rubicon of our usual brotherhood. My wife, Monica, and I have learned that our beloved son, Neva, was arrested today on allegations of illegal foreign currency trading. So this is what actually is happening." And he says they have agreed post-coup that they will not arrest each other. This is what this letter clearly says. And they say the agreement was actually breached. But this makes us question the authenticity of this letter, because this is not the first time of Neva Mutsvangwa being arrested. He was arrested in the past for the same crimes of money changing and also money laundering, but we do not know what happened to such cases, which means if it is about the issue of arrest, this is not the first time to breach that agreement, which means this point does not stand any test of time. And he says that it is also in the public domain that the sons of President Mnangagwa are also involved in these illegal dealings. These are the allegations which are being raised right here onto this letter, and says my twins, they're also involved in these things. If you take a look, there was a video which was shared publicly. Julius Mawarire was at a certain show where he actually accused the sons of President Mnangagwa of being involved in these things, and he talked about what a company were in the Sputnik. And he clearly indicated that the sons were involved, but nothing happened to Julius Mawarire. And if you take a look at the same law which they used against Fadzai Mahere and Job Sikala, the law of lying, they would have used it to Julius Mawarire if he was lying too. And the fact that they didn't arrest Julius Mawarire, it makes us question why all these issues are actually happening. But let's just take a look on the issue of Passion Java. They've been also mentioned into all these issues. Nana Hubert Angel. There is a lot of division which is happening within ZANU-PF because of the use of Vana Passion Java, Vana Angel, Vana Chivayo, who are now at the center stage of everything. Whatever which is being done or whatever happens, it is being done in the name of the Javas, in the name of Chivayos. Java is now being used as a secondary platform of putting people together by the other faction, the same way as Chivayo is being used as a center of distribution of ill-gotten things within ZANU-PF, or in terms of the issues of rewards. When they reward each other, they use people like Wanachi Vayo. This is done, number one, to evade accountability. Number two, this is done to avoid cases where some people will say Takakanganukona Msangano, because it will look like it's an initiative of Chivayo himself. So they have also threatened to release some damning evidence about the shenanigans which are happening in the nation of Zimbabwe, as well as the issue of some big wigs within ZANU-PF having shares in Chinese companies. Taking a look onto this statement itself, personally, I believe that it holds water and it can pass the test of time. Why? It's because if you take a look on how Chinese are mining in Zimbabwe, it seems as if there is a hand behind them. There are people who are actually working with them, making money out of it. That is the reason why they are not ready, or they are not serious or willing to make sure that they stop these Chinese from doing the mining, which is actually happening illegally or not following the laws of the country of Zimbabwe. And also, Chinese people have been linked to a lot of externalization, which has been happening in the nation of Zimbabwe, where they don't declare the actual minerals they have mined, or they also use that opportunity to externalize money. There are also issues of gold mafia. We have seen a lot of people involved in these transactions and shenanigans within ZANU-PF structures. We've seen a lot of people being involved in all these issues. And this is what this alleged letter from Chris is actually saying. But what about the authenticity of this letter? Personally, I don't believe that this is an authentic letter. That's point number one. But there is also a possibility that it might have originated from the same people, but they'll just call it fake. But if you take a closer look into this whole issue, it was not signed by Mutsvangwa. This is a signature which was copied and which was pasted on this letter. And that is another very important issue to note at this point in time. Is there any bastardization of ZANU-PF Brotherhood? Yes, a lot is happening, and a lot has been happening. We've seen others pursuing Vision 2030, which is against the spirit of succession within ZANU-PF. And that is the reason why we have seen other people trying by all means possible to stop whatever which is happening, so that they are included in the eating trough toward or post 2028. And what is at stake right now is that kune vanhu vaifunga kuti vangaita ma-vice president, vanofunga kuti vangaita ma-presidents. They are so ambitious. They want to be involved. They want their own people to eat the same way vamwe madyira vari kuita. And that is the point of departure at this moment in time. So let us take a look onto another very critical and very important update regarding this whole issue. There is a disclaimer, as I always said, that I will bring on a disclaimer to this whole issue, such that we understand what is really happening and what is the real game plan of everything happening. So let us remember that ZANU-PF, through its Director of Information, Farai Marapira, who happens to be, I believe, I don't know who is the boss between the other. Is it Chris Mutsvangwa or is it Farai Marapira who is the boss? I'm not so sure about who is the boss there, but I believe that Farai Marapira might be the boss there, and because he's the Director of Communications or the Director of Information, whereas Chris Mutsvangwa is simply a secretary for information. I don't know who holds more power there, but Chris Mutsvangwa, being more experienced and more connected, it seems as if he's more powerful. He says the party clarifies that the legislating regarding our party spokesperson is a hoax. It does not originate from ZANU-PF Information Department. Please disregard and do not engage this misinformation. We continue engaging the police Zimbabwe regarding peddling of fake letters in our name. This is the position taken by ZANU-PF, which means we have to treat this letter with contempt. We have to treat this letter as it is. At this point in time, this is a fake letter. This is what Farai Marapira is actually saying, and there is no point for us to dispute that position or to give a different position. However, political analysts are actually saying what is in the letter. It might not be true that it originated from Chris Mutsvangwa, but the contents of the letter are true. They need to be investigated. If Mutsvangwa's son was arrested, why is it that vamwe vakambofumurwa in the past were not arrested. These are the issues. And why is it that Monica Mutsvangwa believe that she is, or the son is, a victim? That is a very important question which we need to see being answered. Another question is this not another catch and release issue? Or what will actually happen after the arrest of Neva Mutsvangwa? Are we going to see him being jailed the same way the other forex dealers are going to be jailed, or we are going to see him being released? What are the implications if he is to be jailed? And that is very important to know. So regarding this letter, we believe that it's a fake letter. We believe that this is not an authentic letter. So this is the position. We've tried to exhaust everything surrounding this letter, and we have given you the conclusion, my own thinking about this whole issue. Our duty is to make sure that we come and we talk more about political developments in the nation of Zimbabwe, and we give analysis, and we take a look on both sides, the negative and the positives, and we give a conclusion. That is our duty, and we are not taking sides in this case, and it is our pleasure being with you right here. Please keep on subscribing, commenting, and sharing. So don't forget also to turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out each and every time we go live or we post an update. As usual, my name is Ronald Wekwa Makusha. Let us meet in other episodes as well as